I'm Chloë Sevigny and I'm the director of Kitty. I first encountered Kitty in a collection of short stories by Paul Bowles called Midnight Mass. I think I was probably 18 or 19, and Kitty kind of stuck out as this rare story amongst all those others. It didn't really even make sense in the collection to me. But I related to the daughter character, Kitty, the child, who wants to be something that she wasn't. And the idea of a mother not recognizing something in her daughter, and then loss and remorse and regret. And when we desire that thing, if it comes to fruition, then having to deal with those consequences. And it just hit on so many things for me, visually and emotionally. The idea of working with special effects is something I've always been interested in and rarely had a chance to in any of my movies. I've always been attracted to fantasy and fairy tale and transformation, and I'd been recently working on American Horror Story and they were using all practical effects. And I was like, oh, I have to do this now, Kitty. Like, that kind of was like one of the turning points where I decided I really wanted to do it, because I was working with a makeup artist on that show who was like transforming me into this crazy monster character. So I asked him if he would come on board and kind of helped move things along. I spoke with Spike Jonze at length. He had done a music video for Bjork with a real cat, and he said it was really difficult to get any sort of performance out of the cat. But I didn't want to do CGI. I, first of all, didn't have the money, and I don't really like the way it looks. So I found this cat wrangler who just loved the story and really wanted to get her cats to perform the story, bring it to life. We had 5 cats. The silver tabbies, they were called Rocky and Bullwinkle, the little kittens, so I think it just fell for them. And we were all nervous, everyone in production, that it was just gonna take forever with these cats, you know, that they weren't gonna go from A to B or whatever isolated action they had to do in that shot. So we had like a 5D standing by in case, because we were shooting on 35 when we went and like roll out all our film on these freaking cats. But they turned it out. The cats, like 1 or 2 takes moving on. It was like these cats, they had it down. It was wild to watch. I worked with a casting director, Chloë Mayfield, in California. She's discovered a lot of young actresses, and she did like an open casting call for little girls. And Edie just struck me as more Kitty-esque. She was quite shy. She had this incredible look with this hair and her eyes, and she had loose teeth, and she just looked like a storybook child. I asked her parents to not practice the dialogue with her because I wanted her to be able to, you know, kind of mix it up. But she was very self-assured, and she knew, you know, how she wanted to play the character. It was pretty surprising. She's 7 years old. And we also got to work with Lee Merriweather, who played the original Catwoman on TV, and that was Lorraine's brilliant casting. Seamus is a real artist, and he's really sensitive, which is how I wanted to make Kitty. I didn't want it to be like gimmicky or kitschy in any way. I wanted it to be really delicate and elegant and pretty, and I knew that he'd be able to achieve that for me. I sent him this lookbook with like hundreds of images from like Lewis Carroll to Beatrice Potter, you know, film stills from Merchant Ivory films, and just tons and tons of visuals. He had just shot Nocturnal Animals, and he said, we have all this film stock left over, short ends. Let's get the short ends from Nocturnal Animals and shoot on. I was like, great, because 35 was important to me to shoot on 35. So I drove my Prius onto the lot and filled the trunk up with the short ends and stored them in my friend's closet until we shot. The experience of directing is really fulfilling, more fulfilling than anything I've ever done before. And I'm a real control freak, so I love being in control and telling everybody what to do. I've often been told, like on sets when I'm acting, to focus on my own job, because I just get so invested in everything going on around me and wanting everybody to, like, you know, be doing their best, and from props to everything. So it was just great to have, you know, just have all of that at my fingertips and being able to manipulate it and just see these ideas, you know, come to life on the screen.